Homer was lying down watching TV. He didn't even want to move to get a drink of water. Later, the Simpson family came to attend the church picnic. After Homer found a parking spot, he went to enjoy the delicious food. Bart then started playing capture the flag with his friends. They needed to choose their own teammates. Todd unfairly chose Flanders. Since he chose an adult, Bart had to choose one too.
I did, my dad.
Bart went to wake up Homer. Homer didn't want to participate at first, but when he learned that Flanders was going to participate, he immediately perked up. The opposing team of 5 was guarding their base, making a sneak attack almost impossible. Bart came up with a plan, but it required using Homer's underwear. Bart pretended to have captured the flag, which allowed Homer to easily grab the real flag.
This isn't the flag. It looks more like... Ew! Suckers.
Now Homer just needed to run to the finish line to win. However, Homer ran out of stamina. In the end, he collapsed before the finish line. The kids finally saw an adult they could bully, so everyone picked up eggs. Seeing how useless Homer was, Bart deeply regretted choosing him in the first place. Homer felt somewhat guilty too. He had embarrassed Bart. In order to win back his image in the children's eyes, Homer decided to start losing weight. Marge had heard this kind of talk too many times and was now numb to it, but Homer was indeed serious this time. No promise could match action. Homer planned to start with running. Before setting out, Homer told his dog to stay home and watch, and to call him if anyone came out. That way, even if he failed, no one would know.
Oh, great. Now the cat knows.
The most important thing about running is persistence. Homer used all his strength, but ended up not even making it past Flanders' house, so the dog came in handy. After seeing Bart's photo, Homer suddenly had motivation. He had the dog drag him out again. It must be said that Homer's exercising really wore out the dog. Not only did Homer run, but the dog had to run along with him too. This time, Homer persisted for a long time. No difficulty could stop his determination to exercise. Midway through his run, Homer planned to replenish some energy. Usually when Homer came at this time, he would buy ice cream, but now Homer was on a diet, so he asked if there was any healthy food. Apu recommended an energy bar that celebrities used. Homer looked at the ingredient list. It was actually made of pure natural apples. Running alone couldn't make him lose weight, so Homer decided to try the gym. The intensity couldn't be too high at first, so Homer planned to give it a try.
I'm feeling this. My activity started in the morning.
Wolf thought Homer was too stupid, so he decided to personally coach him. For someone with Homer's physique, the first thing to work on was the core. 2 months later, Homer could already lift dumbbells. Although Homer still had a belly, his muscle definition was quite visible. The family members were all amazed to see Homer's transformation. Homer had Lisa feel his muscles, but Lisa specifically pinched the soft spots. To demonstrate his strength, Homer lifted Bart over his head with one hand. Now Homer only ate energy bars every day. Other foods were junk food to Homer.
Look at you people. Bart's a tub. Lisa's weak as a little girl, and Maggie doesn't seem to be growing at all.
That's just
You too, Marge. If you toned up a little, you'd probably get a lot more action.
Later, Bart went to the gym with Homer. Bart was surprised that Homer actually knew a big celebrity. Homer said it was Wolf who helped him exercise. The energy bar company staff wanted to find Wolf to film a commercial climbing Springfield's highest peak, but Springfield's highest peak was very dangerous, so he refused to do the shoot. At that moment, Bart suddenly appeared. He said Homer ate energy bars every day and Homer could do it.
Overshoot the extreme, max the envelope, and so on.
The staff thought that filming a commercial with an ordinary person might have a good effect, so they agreed. Springfield's highest peak was also known as Murderer's Peak.
No, that's it over there. Yeah, that's it. Just to the right of the one you're looking at.
Seeing Bart's expectant eyes, Homer definitely had to climb this mountain. Later, on the day of the climb, for Homer's safety, the staff specifically found 2 guides for Homer. Before departing, Homer said his final goodbyes to his family.
Dad, wait. You're not risking your life just to impress me, are you?
Well, yeah.
Oh, cool. Let it go. Jump down.
Homer inhaled many cans of oxygen along the way, just when he thought he was about to reach the summit unexpectedly.
Dad, shouldn't you save a couple bottles for when you're a little higher?
The 2 guides had promised the sponsors that they would definitely get Homer to the top, so they took action while Homer was asleep. When Homer opened his eyes again, he found himself already halfway up the mountain. The second night, the 2 guides continued their mission, but this time there was a small accident, which caused Homer to wake up from the cold.
Hey, you guys are dragging me up the mountain!
Brad and Neil were quite consistent. You will not die.
Homer didn't want to disappoint Bart, so he decided to climb the entire mountain himself. The guides happily clocked out after hearing this. Bart was a bit worried about Homer, but Marge had great confidence in him. At this moment, Homer was launching an assault on the summit. Although Homer's stamina was much better than before, facing such a steep mountain peak, his stamina was far from enough. Just then, Homer saw the stairway to heaven. When he saw the stairway to heaven, it meant he wasn't far from God. The only walkie-talkie he could use to call for help was carried away by a goat, so Homer could only keep climbing upward. Reaching the summit became his only way out. Just when he thought he had reached the summit, he realized this was only a plateau. The summit was still very far away. Homer was ready to give up. Therefore, he prepared to plant the flag here. Unexpectedly, this action triggered a landslide, but this also happened to allow Homer to successfully reach the summit.
I climbed the unclimbable mountain!
After reaching the summit, Homer just wanted to get home quickly, so he chose the fastest way down the mountain. Homer returned safely. The first thing he did after coming down the mountain was to show off to his son, but all that remained of the flag he made was the flagpole. Although the evidence was gone, Bart was still willing to believe that Homer had reached the summit.
You're the coolest dad ever.
Thanks, Bart. That makes it all worthwhile.
Is that your wallet?